Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to MLS Journeyman with Zebu Nation. We are back with Champions League. It is the semifinal versus Montreal Impact. Now, Montreal has done well to get to this point in Champions League, but it has really affected their MLS campaign so far. They are 22nd in the league. Currently, they've played 7 games. They've only got 1 win. Not looking so good for Montreal. It is looking pretty good for Inter Miami. We're up to 4th in the league, 17 points after 8 games, 5 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. So we're looking pretty good. The rest of the league is playing well too, though. I mean, that's a pretty good record. 5 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss, and that's good for 4th place in the league. So there are a lot of teams this year who are playing pretty well at the beginning of the season. But we're not really here to talk about MLS right now. We're here to talk about Champions League. The other matchup is Monterrey versus San Jose. So there's only one Mexican League team left. That's a bit of a surprise, but it's not like they haven't won it before in those kind of situations, because they've won every single time. So Monterrey is still the team to beat right now. We'll see if they can get past San Jose. But in the meantime, we're going to try to take care of business today against the Montreal Impact. Take a look at the Impact here. Player, we'll go look at their registration. Not for Champions League, although they do have a 26-man roster for Champions League. That's pretty good. 28-man roster for MLS. So also looking pretty good. You got 1 designated player, looks like. Let me see. They have any other designated players hidden around here? They got some injuries. Senior minimum. Nope, looks like just the 1 designated player. Nacho Piatti, 37 years old. Still holding on there. 6 pace, making $1 million a year. This has to be his last season. Like, is he going to make it to 40 years old playing for Montreal? I don't know. But they could use some new blood. They did pick up Tim Malia, 35-year-old goalkeeper, but he's pretty good. Let me see, anything else we can look at here for Montreal. They're pretty good. Secure finances, 3-star reputation, as most MLS clubs are. They've been pretty good in recent years. Well, maybe not. 14th, 7th is their highest. 17th, 15th. Yeah, so they've been fairly mediocre. Last year, they won the Canadian Championship, so that's how they got into Champions League. Let's just get to the match preview. We are favored 5-4. We are starting at Freedom Park in Miami, Florida. 23,000 tickets sold. So it's possible sellout with a few walk-ups, but not quite the blowout celebration that it was last game, or last series, I should say. We do come in excellent form right now. 4 wins and a draw in our last 5. Montreal inconsistent. 2 losses, 2 draws, and 1 win. In terms of head-to-head, we've beaten them 3 times. They've beaten us twice, so it's a fairly even matchup. We do have 2 players suspended, Pellegrini and Perez. Couple of our starters are out. They've got 2 guys suspended and 2 guys injured, so they could have some lineup problems here. Tapero's injured, Aaron Herrera, Jaguar, and Julio Cascante is doubtful with a tight groin. You never want that. Anyway, Philip Ulafroy. Anyway, 58-year-old French coach. Pretty good. Working with youngsters is his top attribute, but he's a good motivator, man management. Very good at defense, so Montreal might have a good defense. He's come up through the Montreal system. Assistant coach all the way back in 2010. Then he was the head of youth development, then the interim coach, and then the interim coach again. So looks to me like Montreal just fired a coach. Let's take a look at their history. Head coaches, what happened? What happened? Rui Faria sacked 319. So last month they sacked their head coach after 272 days. And Philippe is going to take over. We'll see if he can win the job. I mean, seems like a pretty solid head coaching candidate. Been with the organization for a long time, so you might as well give him a shot. Huh? Montreal? Hire from within. Why not? You know, you've been bringing in all these other head coaches. Try a local boy. I don't know. I don't know if he's local. He's French, but anyway. Yeah. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I don't think so. 82 degrees, breezy and sunny. Beautiful day in Miami. Let's go. All right, so we've got our starting lineup. No problems other than the two guys who are suspended. Everybody else is in there. So let's go. No problems. Have a couple of roster moves that we did. You know, we picked up a guy on waivers and then we traded him away. But nothing spectacular has happened. So here's our starting lineup. Johnson in goal. Martins and Shaq Moore at the fullback. Soare coming in at central defense with Austin Trusty. Felipe Mendez in the midfield as still. Mendez, nearly suspended. Hasn't had a lot of production. Last year he had a ton of production. This year, no goals, no assists in 6 games. But, you know, some of our other guys are stepping up. Philippe, 3 goals and 1 assist, playing outstanding. Martinez is going to come in for Pellegrini. The rookie has a goal. 4 starts this year, 4 substitution appearances. He's pretty much becoming our first guy off the bench. If we have to substitute anybody, either in the midfield or attacking midfield, we bring in Jesus and then Jordi Reyna, of course. 4 starts this year, 1 goal, 1 assist. Mackenzie Gaines, 3 goals, 2 assists. He's having an outstanding year so far. You know, replacing Villalba. We've been giving him a shot, and he's been paying off. And then Martin, the Champions League wonder. 8 starts, 8 goals, 2 assists. Pretty good. I mean, he scored some goals against some lesser competition, but he has been producing. And it doesn't matter who you play against, as long as you produce, it's good. All right. Andrew Tarbell, 15 concessions in 11 appearances this year. Not great. Zandi, Hagland, and Schoberg on the defense. Zandi looks like some sort of rookie or something. What do we got here? 22 years old, valued at $1.4 million. He's an American, 2.5 stars. Super draft pick. Looks like a pretty solid pick, I got to tell you. You know, you get a guy who can start for you in Champions League. He's got okay numbers. Nick Hagland, the veteran, of course. Schoberg, another veteran in there, playing okay defensively. Lovitz on the left-hand side. Goetz on the right. Ashton Goetz. 2 goals, 2 assists from the fullback position. He looks to be playing pretty well. A lot of teams playing fullbacks and wingbacks this year. I don't know what it is. It's a trend in MLS. We'll have to see. Kellen Rowe, Samuel Piet, Caldwell. Pretty good midfield. Maxi Urruti and Mason Toy. Interesting. Paying him a pretty decent salary. Came in on a trade from San Jose last year. He's moved around the league a little bit. Came in, you know, New York Red Bull Academy, then drafted by Minnesota in the Super Draft. Now he's made his way to Montreal, getting a start in Champions League. We'll see what he can do. All right, so, you know, it's an okay lineup. It's nothing particularly to be afraid of. Piet, of course, is very good in midfield. Maxi Urruti always has a chance to score some goals. He's only got 1 on the season currently, but he's a guy who can get hot and cold. And then Goetz, we got to look at him. We got to watch out for him. Getz, however you pronounce it. He looks pretty good. And Lovitz, you know, he's an international quality player, 2 assists on this season. So we'll see. We'll see. We can't take them lightly. We got to play these guys. I do want to I do want to do some opposition instructions. And I want to watch these wingbacks. We've got to tightly mark these wingbacks. Toy, top goal scorer and most assists. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we haven't done this really all season long. Normally, you know, I do this like every game against every opponent. We're going to break it out. We're going to change things up for Champions League a little bit. And we're going to go after these guys, pressure them a little bit heavier. Come in good form. Who is this? This is Mark Jackson from the American Soccer Review. Let's see. Your opponent is in poor form. How do you stave off complacency? You know, I don't have any concerns about that. We're a professional bunch. Trusty's been rock solid on defense. He's great. Absence of Pellegrini is sure to be felt. We look good in training. It's fine. You're hopeful that Baba Suare carries on his recent good form? Sure. He's been playing well. I want him to keep it up. How could you say otherwise, honestly? Pretty good crowd. Stands are full. The new stadium's been working out well. Got an email from the groundskeeper. Said the turf has bedded in. So our turf is fine. No problems. Here we go. First highlight. Rowe sends it in. Trusty heads it out. Martinez, let's go. Start the counterattack. He's going to drop it off to Martin. 1-on-2. Takes it around the defense. Nearly scores. You know, he's got that creativity. Might as well drop it off to him as early as you can because he just sort of went through their defense. It was just great stop from the keeper. Here's Philippe. Sends in a corner. Can't get to it, but Jordi Reyna chases it down. Drops it off to Trusty. Okay, let's get back. Oh, boy, we're sending it across to Philippe. Philippe just outside the box in the far corner. His pass is deflected. Caldwell gets it out of there and ends the highlight. All right. Had a couple of nice chances. We could use a goal here, fellas. 20 minutes in. I mean, no rush. Nothing to hurry. 0-0 draw at home's not the worst thing in the world, but we would like to get a goal up on these guys. That would be lovely. They do have a defensive coach, so they might be playing a little bit defensively. Here we go. Mendez with a free kick, and he almost scores. 3 guys on the doorstep there. They could have been offside. Martin gets the goal. I'm not seeing any offside call. I mean, either the goalkeeper made a heck of a stop or it went off the post, a little bit of both, and then there's 3 of our guys just sitting there on the doorstep. Step slow from the Montreal defense. Puts us up 1-0. 40 minutes just before halftime. Could be the final highlight of the half. Getz has it outside. He gets around one defender. He's double covered. Drops it back to Caldwell. Into Mason Toy. Back out to Getz. He's looking around. They're playing a little 3-man game. He chips it in. Maxi Rudy can't get to it. Reyna heads it out. Philippe starts the counterattack. Sends it forward. Martin behind the defense. 3 men. He goes around the keeper. Great stop. That's 2 really good stops from Turbel, if that is his name. Corner kick. Headed out. Mendez gathers it in. Boy, that defense just looks kind of slow. I don't know what it is, but they look pretty slow for Montreal. Philippe to Reyna. Drops it to Gaines, to Mendez. Oh, great pass forward. Great goal. Wow. Gaines with the cartwheel. Well deserved, my man. I mean, he passed it to Mendez, and then Mendez gave it to him on a dead sprint. Watch this again. Reyna. Gaines, Mendez. Martinez back to Mendez, and then great through ball. Great goal. Crosses up the keeper. There we go. Got our second goal right before half. That could be a killer. 47 minutes, just about the end of stoppage. Reyna sends it all the way across. We're wide open on the right-hand side. Gaines looking into the box. Okay. He shoots it, but that, again, This Montreal defense is just backpedaling like crazy. We got them on the back foot for sure. Only one shot for Montreal in that first half. Lovitz has been injured. That's no good for them. But we had 15 shots, 11 on target. That's really good. Only 46% of possession. I'm not sure what's happening. But Montreal is in trouble. Let's see. Tactics. I guess we can dial it back. Can be positive. We can try to, control the tempo. We'll see how that works. See if they come out more aggressive, then we'll, look to be a little bit more attacking. Let's see. Let's be passionate. Very happy. Very happy. Let's go. All right, boys. Second half. Oh, boy, Martins is a little tired. Got some yellow cards right away. Martin with another goal. Martins to Martin. I mean, what are you going to do? 10th goal of the season. Sometimes, I mean, look at that. The little man between 3 defenders. What are they doing? Again, just this defense is looking terrible. Terrible. All right. Gonna have to get Martins out of there pretty soon. There he is again. Dropping it back. Perry Kitchen's not gonna outrace anybody. Philippe drops it all the way back. Johnson back out to Martins. See what he can do with it. Get it forward to Jesus. The rookie hasn't done a heck of a lot this game. He was involved a little bit early, but that's about it. Okay, we're just sort of passing it around. It's fine. Switching fields. Great switch of fields. Mendez, get it out wide to Shaq Moore. He does. Plenty of space out wide. Looking, sends it in. Yordi Reyna with the header. It's a great cross. Just messed up the header a little bit. All right. So we're going to bring in Banos for Martins. It's fine. It's fine. Anything else we can do? We can bring in... Do we want to take out one of those yellow cards? I don't know at this point. Doesn't really make a difference, I don't think. Anybody else? Anybody else? No. That's good. Just get Martins out of there. We had another sort of packed schedule in MLS. We had 3 games this week, counting today's game. So we did have to play our substitutes in the last game, but they were able to get a win. So we had a draw and a win this week. Here's Philippe, sends it in. I mean, what can you do? Look, their defense is just standing there. I'm not sure if they're demoralized. I mean, look at these guys. Look at them. They're sitting there doing nothing. Who's this guy? Well, one guy sort of tried, half-heartedly took a leap. And there we go, 4-0. Crushing defeat, Montreal. Where you at? Where you at, brother? Where you at? You didn't even play that game. Let's be passionate. Very good. Very good. I'm upset with Montreal. That was such a poor performance. Martin with 2 more goals. Mackenzie Gaines. Suarez getting in on the action. He's looking pretty good. I got to tell you, he's very good on those set pieces where Trusty misses it quite often. Not Suarez. He gets in there. He makes some goals. He makes some things happen. Classy Martin, 2 goals. I mean, what can you say about this guy? Let's praise him. How about that? Praise be. You were superb in front of goal. Keep it up. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Astute press conference. Yeah, you suffered a humiliating defeat. The game is over. I don't want to discuss it. I do not blame you, my friend. That kind of performance is not going to get you the permanent position. All right, we're going to pause it here. Get to the second matchup. See if we can get to the finals of Champions League. Pause. Okay, we're back. Game 2. Looking pretty good for Inter Miami. looking pretty good for Monterrey. Also, they beat San Jose 2-0. So it could be the big showdown for all the marbles in the finals. Could be Monterrey versus Inter Miami. If we both take care of business, let's get to the match preview. So here we are, Saputo Stadium, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Still favored, even though we're away. You know, I mean, what can we say? They still got 4 guys out. Lovitz is out now. Getz is out. He's doubtful. So that's both their wingbacks. We'll see if they switch formations if that happens. Herrera's out. Tapero's out. Our guys, meanwhile, we're all back. So we're all looking pretty good. 46 degrees, breezy, and showers. Bit different weather out there. And we'll see if we can, our dainty little Miami boys, we'll see if we can deal with the weather. Shouldn't be a big problem, but you never know. All right. I mean, we got a 4-goal lead. Very difficult to blow that. They have indeed switched formations. Interesting. They've gone with the 4-4-2. So Zandi, Jaguar's back. Hagelin, Sarah, Piatti, Caldwell, Piet, Rowe, Rudy, and Toy. So a lot of familiar names. Missing those 2 wingbacks has caused them to go with fullbacks. We'll see if that helps them out defensively, because that 3-man back line was awful. Meanwhile, we got our full lineup. We're ready to go. Johnson in goal, Martins, Moore at fullbacks, Trusty Perez is back, Philippe, Mendez, Pellegrini back at left wing, Reyna, Gaines, Martin, the goal-scoring machine. Let's just go. Let's see. Caldwell's proven himself to be an incisive passer. How do you stop him? I don't know. We'll do whatever. As you prepare to face Montreal, you happy with Pellegrini's performance as a winger? I mean, sure. Why not? He'll do his thing. How much of a boost is Daniel Lovitz? You know the answer. It's always answer number 2. Any team would miss a player of his caliber. I don't think he's made our USA lineup, though. I don't think he's going to, honestly. Maybe in some kind of emergency situation if all the other left backs in the nation are injured. 2 yellow cards right away for Montreal. Jaguar and Zandi. Piet now. Martins, it's getting chippy out there. A lot of fouls in the downpour. Terrible, awful weather here in Montreal. We'll see what happens. Sarah gets it stolen from Pellegrini. Pellegrini on the run across midfield, down the near sideline. Defense is trying to catch up. They do momentarily, but he chips it in. Martin, short post. Oof. Bit of a cluster at the front of the net, but Shaq Moore actually recovers the ball. Mendez. Come on. Let's not do this. Shaq Moore. Okay, he wins the corner. It's fine. It's fine. They were stuck there in a little logic loop, just passing it back and forth. But we get the corner. Martin sends it across. Martin. Oh, look at that. Their defense actually decided to play the 5'5" striker and not let him just dominate. All right, here we go. Philippe with another corner. Sends it in. Sends it for Austin Trusty. Maybe we should stop targeting the guy. How about that? I mean, just because he's at left back and we target our left back, maybe we should switch our defenders around. How about that? We could do that. That would be fun. You know what? Let's do that right now. Let's do that in the middle of a play. You guys just switch. There you go. We'll see how many goals Perez can score. Toy, Piatti, off the post. Did Piatti play in the last game? I don't know that he did. I don't remember seeing him out there. The 37-year-old. Anyway, first half cruises by. Inter Miami still kind of dominated. 61% possession, 13 shots, 5 on target. They had 1 shot again in the first half. That's no way. That's no way to come back, my friends. Now you got to score 4 goals in 1 half. Good luck to you. Get out. Team talk. Let's go. Start the second half. I mean, Montreal, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, their job is open. They are the only open job in MLS right now. So how crazy would it be if we resigned from Inter Miami and take up Montreal? Is that something we should do? I don't know. You know, they're a roster that could use some overhauls. Mackenzie Gaines sending it back post for Pellegrini with the header. He was straddling the offside line. Let's see if he... Yeah, no call, no flag. So I think we're good. I mean, they don't have replay anyway, but Martins has a yellow card. Gets it to Gaines. Oh, yeah, he was totally onside. Totally. All right. So we're going to cruise to the finals. Mason Toy goes off. Philippe gets another yellow card. Trusty's been booked. All right, make changes. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to cruise to the Champions League final. And there it is. 5-0. All right. It's going to be interesting. Can we win the Champions League? This is what Inter Miami has wanted. You know, they have wanted this big international stage, and now we're on it. Let's see. Monterrey or San Jose. Yeah. All right, we'll see. So yeah, Inter Miami has wanted this kind of international stage, this big stage. That's why, you know, they wanted to bring in a lot of big players, a lot of well-known players, and, you know, increase the club's reputation. And we've done that. And now we're in Champions League final. Let's see who we play against, please. Let's get to the matchup. We can take a look at the board and see how happy they are with the situation. Club Vision. Yeah, that's what it's called. Club Vision. So they're delighted now with signing of the high reputation players. Okay, that's good. Play possession soccer. They're satisfied. Make the most of set pieces. Very pleased. Play high tempo. Okay. Pleased. Satisfied with youth development. Very pleased. Very pleased with reach the quarterfinal. The board is very pleased that the team has reached the finals of the Champions League. So, you know, it's nothing but gravy right now. It's all gravy. We can lose every game, and I think we still be fine. Altidor's playing for Newcastle. What? Did that happen? And now he's injured. That's no good. 32 years old, playing for Newcastle. Been there for 3 years. Interesting. Got him for $5.5 million from TFC in 2019. I guess I really didn't pay attention when I called him up. I just assumed he was somewhere still in Toronto. I didn't even look. Wow. Okay. So that's a bummer. We just brought him back in the team. Played a couple of U.S. games with him, and he's, you know, played okay. I don't think he scored particularly, but, you know, he played okay. USA update we could do. They did, you know, like I said, we played a couple of friendlies. Beat Serbia 3-1. Drew Senegal 1-1. That's two decently ranked teams. Senegal, 18th in the world. That's pretty good for them. Serbia, 14th in the world. So we're playing some decent competition and performing pretty well. And USA, we actually got an email the other day that said we went up in the rankings. We're 33rd now in the world rankings. Up a couple of points. Said we moved up 3 points to 33rd. We still got a long way to go. I mean, typically when I play in international competitions, USA is somewhere in the 20s or teens. So the fact that we're down to 33rd is not good. We got a long ways to go. But, you know, we're working. There we go. San Jose. Can they come back? Can they beat Monterrey? Let's see. Let us see. Come on. There we go. 3-2. They made a game of it, but they end up losing 4-3 on aggregate. And that means the final will be Monterrey versus Inter Miami. We'll see if we can win the big game, but that'll be for next time. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.